What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. So, I wanted to really announce to you that the link for my other channel, Jedi Africa, is in the description box underneath this video. You need to go there and make sure that you are subscribed to that channel. As I've said to you, I need all my people to start migrating over to that channel. And you will know why soon. But I've been announcing it, but I feel like some people may not have heard it, and or maybe they didn't know what to do or whatever. But that's what you need to do. So I've put the link for Jedi Africa in the description box underneath this video. And I just thought while I'm here, I would fill in some time and do something interesting, because I was actually going to do a live stream today, but I'm just too damn lazy. And it's hot, and I hope even now that the air is not bleeding into my sound too bad. I won't know until I play this back, so I'll just try and keep my voice up. But I just thought I'd do something interesting, because I could have just said that, like, make sure you go and subscribe to Jedi Africa. Bye-bye. But as I always tell you, when you ask for an audience, you have anyone in front of you, you should always leave them with something. Leave them with something. Leave them with something. So that's what I'm going to do here. I have spoken to you over the years at different times when we've discussed Wendy Williams. And while I have disdain for her, and she's not one of my favorite people, I've always been very consistent to always give her credit. And one of the things I've said to you is I've tried to articulate really the amount of pressure that it is for her to do a daily talk show live. Like, whatever you want to say about Wendy, where you like her, you don't like her, it does not matter. We have to give it over. We have to give it over that she worked very hard. As I've said to you, she is a woman who is not talented. As far as she doesn't play an instrument, she doesn't sing, she doesn't dance, she doesn't do a magic act, she doesn't tell jokes, she doesn't paint, she doesn't do anything. And yet, she has to hold an international audience for an hour of television every single day. But even more specifically, the first 20 minutes of the show, there's no commercials. It's just her and that chair. And she's got to be able to hold an international audience for that 20 minutes. Well, the whole show, but certainly that first 20 minutes. That is not easy, everybody. That is not easy. And she's live. And her job is such that her name is literally on the show. When those doors open, she has to be standing there. You know, for all of us who've had jobs or have jobs, you know, you're not feeling good and you're going to call in sick the next day. You know, or you call in the morning of, I'm not feeling good, I can't come in. All right, that's fine, you know, and you're okay. Even if it was like The View, you know, or The Talk or something like that, you know, they just come out and be like, oh, so-and-so's out today, they'll be back tomorrow, and the show just goes on. It's nothing, because you got 80 people sitting up on The View, you got 80 heifers on The Talk. You know, you can't do that with her. If she's going to be out, they have to have people either on standby that they have vetted, that they know are capable of carrying the show, but they also have to negotiate with that person's managers and agents and representatives for how much they're going to pay them, and all of that, how they look on screen. I mean, it's you know, you can't just call anybody and go, oh, here, fill in for me today. You can't do that. So what a heavy responsibility she had on this show. We have to give it over for that. But when I've told you about it, I've also told you about how to watch television. I'm someone who's very interested in how things work. What's the behind the scenes of it all? What's really going on? And as someone who's been on television and in movies, and who's someone who's been to television show tapings and things like that, I'm very, very aware of the goings on, the pressure, and the rhythm of a show. What I'd like to do in this is show you this that I happen to find. It's the perfect thing because I've said to you how, even I shared with you one of the experiences I had with when I went to the original Arsenio Hall show. I went to both of them, actually, the old one and the new one when he came back, but specifically the old one, even though his show was not live, it was taped live. So what that means is all of the commercials and everything that you see when you watch the show later that night is exactly what you saw in the studio. When they do the countdown to run the intro and da 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 bum 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 bum, it's the Arsenio Hall show, tonight Arsenio welcomes blah blah blah. Yeah, you're hearing all that and seeing that when you're in the studio, and then you're hearing the engineers and they're counting down, we're 10 seconds to air, cue Arsenio, and then when you see his silhouette behind that smoke glass they used to have, all of that, and then the doors open and there's Arsenio, etc., etc. Well, this is a really good learning tool because you get to see all of that with Wendy in this clip. Here is Wendy coming. She's been glammed up. She's, all of that, which is also a whole nightmare because she's got like 8 people around her. They're doing lashes. They're doing makeup. They're doing hair. Somebody's doing her clothing. Somebody's doing her shoes. They're doing, jewelry and all of this. And she's got like people just like orbiting around her doing stuff. She also has a pre-meeting where she has to go over the hot topics, where she actually goes out onto the stage when the audience is not there to do a pre-run through the show, and all of that. But what I'm isolating here is then the last moments of that, because now after the glam squad is all done with her and she's done her run through and all that stuff, now she's dressed for the show and now she's coming through, but everybody around her and everybody that's part of the crew has a headset on, because now the engineer is going to be calling everything. Remember, it's a live show. And I've tried to explain to you how shots are called. The engineer sees all the cameras live. And so when a cameraman is in position for a shot of the audience or of Wendy or something else, once that person is in position, the engineer sees that before you see it live. And he'll call that camera. Go for camera 3, boom, and then you just see it, like when she comes out, he's calling those cameras. Then when she says, okay, it's time for hot topics, he already has that shot set up that it clicks and you see her coming towards the chair and all that stuff. But see this, because it's a very good learning piece, and very interesting. So she's coming now, she's done her glam squad thing and she's ready for the show, and this is the final moments. See this now.
Hi, good morning, boss.
Okay, I need all the mints.
They're all in the back. Boss is walking, boss is walking.
Brendan, I need all of them.
I'll make sure you get every single one of them.
Are you doing...
By the way, this is when she used to wear heels, and remember, Wendy is 5'11" in flat feet. She's a statue. And I just never liked her in those tennis shoes. I can't. I know she had her emphysema or whatever that condition she has and all that stuff. Both can be true. She has that, and I still hate her in flat shoes. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. If you're not wearing like a jogging suit or some jeans or something, I need you in heels. I just need that. Otherwise, it just don't look right. So Now she's coming through. You see there's one of the stage hands. Of course, he has on a headset.
This to your mustache. I don't want to turn around and fall.
When I'm feeling dastardly.
Yeah. Good morning, Mike.
Thank you. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Now listen, you can hear that Suzanne is still warming up the audience. You can hear that in the background. So this is what they're experiencing. Oh, I went back too far. This is what they're experiencing, you know. So listen carefully. You can hear Suzanne already warming up the audience. I always tell you there's an audience person that's what they do. And in this case, Suzanne is that person. She's also was an executive producer, I think, also on the show. But she was also an audience girl. You know, she's the one that gives you the cues to clap and cues you and all that kind of stuff. So you can hear her as Wendy's coming through the hall, warming up the audience. That's all. They don't see Wendy yet, obviously.
145.
You hear that?
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
See that?
And the boss is backstage. Backstage.
You see that? Now has a headset on. He said, and the boss is backstage. That goes out to everybody that's got a headset on. Because now it's showtime. This is the final moments before she's going to go live.
They're right up there, kiddo.
Thank you. I need all
You see, everybody's got a headset on.
30 seconds.
That's the engineer. 30 seconds, he calls. Now, because it's live, you're going to see him go through a countdown. Then they go to black. This is now where they have we'll just call it a window, where they're now literally beaming now to your local cable companies and satellites and things like that so that you can see Wendy. Because it's not a taped show. It's live. So they're literally going in live on this window of air, if you will. So you hear him say 10 seconds or something like that. Let's just go through it.
145.
Thank you.
And this was a rare find because I love how they did the split screen because it helps me to explain exactly what it is I'm trying to communicate to you.
Thanks for showing up.
And the boss is backstage. Backstage. They're right up there, kiddo.
Thank you. I need all of them.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, he calls. So everybody that's got a headset on, all the people that are handling her, all the camera people that are out in the stage area where the audience is and stuff like that, they all know that. He's now in complete control. This is the engineer. 30 seconds, he says.
30 seconds. My next count will be to black.
My next count will be to black.
Next count is to black. In. 10 to black. 9, 8, 7. 6 to black. 5, 4 to black. 3, 2, 1, and black.
And black. Now, boom. Now this is where they have beamed in. This might be your last minute commercial or local news, trailer or something. But boom, that's black. Now he's going to start beaming to all the affiliates and all that stuff so you can see Wendy. But notice his cameras. You see here on this camera, if you can see my cursor, that's that shot of New York that's in the intro and all that stuff. You see he's got two other engineers that are working with him. But he's the main guy. That's the head dude. That's the one that's calling the show. You see that everybody's taking their positions now. This guy's getting ready behind because he's got one side of the door that he pulls. There's a guy on the other side. Wendy is now on her star. She's in position.
Ready, explode, ready to track.
In. 10 to X. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
As you see, she's got last minute. These stylists and stuff, last minute. They're just doing taking care of those last final details before those doors open, because this is their last moments before you're first going to see Wendy. So they don't stop until the last couple seconds so they can get out of the way so they're not there when the doors open. But they work up until the very last second to put her in her best light, to make her look at her best. So he's already gone through the 10 seconds or 30 seconds to black, and then now he starts his other count.
4 to black. 3, 2, 1, and black.
Ready, explode, ready to track.
Now she says ready ready something, and then for something track. I didn't hear it. We'll just hear it again.
Black, 9, 8, 7. 6 to black, 5, 4 to black, 3, 2, 1, and black.
Ready, expo, ready to track.
In.
Ready the track. Now he's going to do this other countdown.
10 to X, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Roll tape track. You see that this other engineer, this lady, is waiting for his countdown. And roll the track, because this is what now. Boom! He's already done his first countdown to black. Then he does that. Now that window opens so that they can beam to the affiliates and the satellites and all that stuff, cable companies. And then when he does that countdown, boom! Now roll track. So now they go straight into the intro. Now you're seeing Wendy. This is when you just sat down on your couch and you're ready to watch Wendy. Boom! Watch that sequence again.
Expo, ready to track.
In. 10 to X, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Live from New York City. It's the Wendy Williams show, and they see all the intro and all the stuff. The audience is also seeing this out where they're at. They're watching it just as if they were at home. They're seeing this screen now too. But notice here, you see the other camera over here is in the studio. The engineers see all those cameras, so they know where all the cameras in the studio are at, so that they will be able to call those shots.
Black, 9, 8, 7. 6 to black, 5, 4 to black, 3, 2, 1, and black.
Ready, expo, ready to track.
In. 10 to X, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Camera to camera 4. 15 seconds to camera 4.
Notice those camera shots.
Ready, camera 4.
You're seeing the regular intro that you would normally see, but notice this camera here, just over his head, where my cursor is.
In 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
Hear that countdown? 9, 8, 7. This guy's got the headset on. He's here. He's doing this countdown for the camera people out in the studio, and all these stagehands behind stage that have those headsets. This is the complete control. This dude.
2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Camera to camera 4. 15 seconds to camera 4. Ready, camera 4. In 10 seconds.
You see that? Ready, camera 4.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 35. 32.
See that? Ready 4. Ready 2. Now, see this over this left camera right here? That's what I'm telling you. That camera is in position now, because that's the camera that you'll see. You see that? This camera, this is her chair. But you don't see that shot yet. They don't see it in the studio, and you don't see it on TV yet. That cameraman is in position now, so that when he calls that shot, when Wendy goes, it's time for Hot Topics, and she turns to go over there, he'll call, and then they'll switch to that camera, and you see Wendy running towards you, running to her chair. But this is how it happens. Like, he sees those shots in advance. When he says, ready, so-and-so, you ready for, ready to, whoever ready, that means he's acknowledging I see their shot, and it's a good shot, and they're ready. So when they click to that, that shot is going to be there for them. That's also how when she's talking or on any show and the host says something and they already have a shot of somebody in the audience reacting to that very thing, because while they have camera, whatever, I guess her main camera might be camera 4, but while they have that on her, they have these other cameras. They scan in the audience. They see something, they can immediately punch in. And then even though it's a live show, a lot of times they can have like a 5-second delay or something that gives them more control. They can also edit right in camera in real time. But that's also how you get them, somebody says something, they immediately are able to show somebody in the audience reacting to that appropriately, and authentically. That's how you would get that. Again, it's all from this control room as they sit behind the board.
Okay, let's get it started. It's time for. Come on now.
Boom. You see that? Now she's running towards the chair. When it comes up on his screen, it's live now. You seeing it at home. This was the pre-shot to the left. This one over here to the right, the identical one, is the actual shot. They've allowed it out now for the public to see it. We'll just see that again so you can appreciate all those camera shots and how it happens. This is how it all happens, everybody. This is sort of what you call the magic, if you want to, of television. It looks like it's nothing, and we just see it. But I always tell you, I'm interested in the process of anything. We're just used to the outcome of work, and it's always intriguing to me to see the inner workings of anything. And then you appreciate it more.
They're right up there, kiddo.
Thank you. I need all of them.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. My next count will be to black. My next count is to black. In. 10 to black. 9, 8, 7. 6 to black. 5, 4 to black. 3.
And he's got to be on time, because remember, they have distributors of your show, different affiliates and networks that pick up your show to carry it. So you can see it in Iowa, or you can see it in New York, or you're watching it in California, So their airtime is lined up. So they have to be there when their airtime is open. So this guy is very important. These people are very important, because if there's nothing there when it comes on, you just have a black screen of TV, or a black screen of TV. A black screen at home, you see. So boom, once he does that countdown, they've acquired that signal to go out. They have their window of airspace. Boom, this is where they come in. That's the magic of live television.
2, 1, and black.
Ready, X4, ready to track.
In. 10 to X. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Roll tape track.
Camera 4.
Live from New York City.
15 seconds, camera 4. Ready, camera 4.
Ready, camera 4.
In 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Because camera 4 is that camera that when it said, now here's Wendy. Camera 4 is that when them doors open. You see, ready, camera 4.
2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Camera 4. 15 seconds, camera 4. Ready, camera 4. In 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And you see, these guys, that's how they know their cue. But they also have screens out where they're at, back by Wendy. So they're seeing the image on their monitors, but they're also listening to this guy. That's why they got these headsets on, because this is the shot caller. This dude with the Larry King suspenders. That's the dude. So they're waiting on that countdown so they know exactly when to open those doors. But he's also cued the camera 4. Camera 4 is ready with that shot. So when those doors open, woo, we get the big image of Wendy. Ooh, it's Wendy,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll tape track.
Camera 4. 15 seconds, camera 4.
15 seconds to camera 4. It's giving them that extra countdown to let them know your shot's going to be live.
Ready, camera 4. In 10 seconds. 9, 8,
And also, if camera 4 was off in any way, you know, if they didn't have the right angle, they were too low or high or something like that, he would let them know that, you know, but they're good, so he's just letting them know this is your countdown to when your camera is being beamed across the earth.
15 seconds to camera 4. Ready, camera 4. 10 seconds. 9.
And listen for those calls and watch the monitors so you can see when he makes those calls, they shift to the audience. Make another call, they shift to another part of the audience. Make another call, they switch to Wendy. You see what I'm saying? He's calling all those shots.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break 2. Break 5. Break 2.
You see that? When he calls that, they show the audience. Back, you see? He calls 4 and we see another image of Wendy. Another angle, I'm sorry. Ready 2, boom, then another shot of the audience. Back to 4, right on Wendy. Ready 2, that's the shot going up the aisle of the audience. He also has, you see here, the teleprompter there. He has a live image of the teleprompter, so he sees everything that Wendy sees.
1, 2.
You see these other little monitors down here? Excuse me. Those are the ones he's pre-seeing. Those are ones he's gonna. Those are the numbers that he's calling out when he calls. Like, okay, he sees the shot is ready, he'll call that camera. That other shot is ready, call that camera. This shot is ready, call that camera. You see? You see this? You see that cameraman is moving in position. You can see that on this monitor to the left right here where my cursor is. Just see that. Notice how that camera is getting into position.
1,
See this? This camera here? But the one you're seeing on TV would be this one. Wendy is, doing her hellos and stuff. But they're getting ready for that next shot. When he calls it, he's still calling shots for the audience, those last minute shots where they can show her audience. Now you see the chair guy, the chair camera is in position. He's ready. You see they just zoomed in and zoomed out, making sure they got the right aspect and everything.
Okay, today, let's get it started. It's time for...
Now he's fully in position, and the engineer will call that shot. Ready 2, boom. See there? So I thought it would be valuable because I've told you this several times when we've talked about her show and other shows when I've tried to explain to you about how live television works, and especially these last moments before whoever the talent is coming out and stuff like that. But that was great that they had the split screen so you could actually see the control room, see what they're seeing, how those shots get called, and how it comes across very seamless, But in order for that to happen, you got to have that person clicking and calling, and he and his team in the control room. There was one other thing, I don't know if it's on here, because I've told you about that camera, like when you saw that shot where they go up the aisle of the audience. I've told you about those cameras that they wear on their body, and it's on a gimbal. Like they could be running and jumping, but those cameras have electronic image stabilization that is so amazing, you don't even know. The shot is just smooth. They're running or jumping, it don't matter. The shot is just smooth. And then there's that guy that follows him, and he carries the cable. There's another shot of the engineers.
Quiet before the storm.
Yep.
So we go into the studio right now, meet with the crew, and go over the rundown for today's show. And then we do a rehearsal for whatever we have to do live. Come on.
Right, that's the pre-rehearsal.
So we'll be in a minute. We just finished our production meeting to go over what we're doing today. And we're waiting for Wendy to come in. So, Wendy, how you doing?
Guys, I'm June. I'm an audience coordinator here at the Wendy.
Audience coordinator. She's the person that, makes sure everybody's got their tickets and gets you into the building and blah, 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 and into the studio. Where's this shot? Because she actually was talking to the guy, and he's wearing the harness that they wear. This is the guy. You see this harness that he's wearing, you see? And that big-ass camera hooks onto the front of him where you see these tracks. That camera I'm telling you about that has the gimbal. I mean, they move around with that thing. That's how you get when they sweep around Wendy in one shot, This is the camera that's used for shots like that. And then there's a cable, and there's always a guy. Doesn't matter what the production, doesn't matter what show it is, movie, it doesn't matter. There's a guy that's gripping that cable, and he follows this guy around because this guy doesn't have time to be looking around and checking to see if he's going to fall and all that stuff. So that guy carries the wire. It's always two men, two people. It's a two-man thing. You feel me? That's what the harness looks like.
Birthday, we don't know. It's his birthday.
It is?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Sing.
Dan.
Thank you. No, we already sang. No, we didn't.
No.
Sing.
Can't sing, can't clear it.
Thank you.
No, we can't clear it. Yeah, we're not paying for that. I need shoes.
And this part she's going to say right here.
Dan has one of the strongest backs of a man that you'll ever know.
Thank you. I do.
He carries that steady cam,
That's steady cam.
that thing that you carry on your back, and he twirls around like that.
The shot when you go sit to your hot
Yeah,
chair.
yeah.
You hear him? He said that shot when you go to sit to your Hot Topics chair. We'll see that shot, but hear this. And yeah, you do have to have a strong back because that thing is heavy.
Carries that steady cam, that's that thing that you carry on your back, and he twirls around like that.
The shot when you go sit to your hot
Yeah,
chair.
yeah,
He said, you hear him? He said that shot when you go to sit to your Hot Topics chair.
yeah.
I do.
He's got a strong back, and his wife likes it. Back off.
Now, let's see that shot.
Camera 4. 15 seconds to camera 4. Ready, camera 4. In 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, 2. Ready, 5. Ready, 2. Ready, 4. Ready, 2. Ready, 4.
You see this shot even up through the audience? That would be Dan and that dude with the steady cam. You feel me? That's how they get that shot. You see? Over here in this left monitor. That's Dan with the Steadicam getting in position for that sweep shot.
Okay, today, let's get it started. It's time for.
Here comes that shot. You see? Now Dan is on the move with the Steadicam. You see how he goes around Wendy? That's how you get that shot. He's wearing that Steadicam, big ass camera on his chest. and the guy with the wire, with the cable, is following him. That's the shot. So, yeah, I thought it would be interesting to show you guys that, because like I say, I've talked about it many times when we've talked about her show, and I've always talked about the technical end of it, and so that just gives you a visual of how it happens, you know. There's all this stuff from the time she gets there early in the morning, and all the stuff that I told you about, and then these are those last, you know, seconds really before boom, it's a live show. You know, a tape show is different. Many of the characteristics are the same as far as the logistics and the engineering side of it, but it's different because it's not a live show. There'll still be a countdown and all that stuff, but it's vastly different because a live show is like right now. So you got to be in the pocket, so those commercials line up and all your affiliates across the earth get their when their airspace is ready, they get that show. And on a tape show, I guess that sequence would kind of be the same, but it's different because it's not live. You know, it's not like they send them a videotape, but they kind of do, you know, for them to air in whatever time pocket that they can do, you know, or you know, that's the other thing. With a tape show, whoever carries your show can air it at whatever time they want to, you know. So you live in Connecticut, maybe Wendy comes on at, you know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You live in another state, maybe it comes on at, you know, noon or something, or someplace it may come on at 6 o'clock in the evening, whatever. But a live show is live right now. So wherever you at, that's when the show is. No matter what time it is where you at, or what time zone you live in, that show is live for you right at that moment. So it's very different in that regard, you know. But yeah, just the pressure of it all, you know. And that's how it happens. You have those cameras out in the audience area. We'll call it the stage. You have your series of cameras out there, your steady cameras or your stationary cameras, as well as the steady cam that the guy Dan carries around. And these people are the ones who make it all look like it's seamless, you know. You hear the intro, you see Wendy's intro and all that stuff, and then them doors open and Wendy comes out, and it just all looks very seamless how those shots are going to the audience, you know. And when she does her "how you doing," you know, and how they go back and forth between her and the audience and all that stuff, it's just, you know, there's work to it, and a lot of times people don't think about it, that there's a whole production that's happening that makes it all come together, you know, and this is just one part of it. Yeah. So hopefully you got an education out of this. You know, that was my goal, and hopefully it was an experience for you guys. So as I said, do go to the link underneath this video that I've set for you to be able to go and click on it. It'll take you directly to the other channel, Jedi Africa. Make sure that you're subscribed over there if you're not already. And I will be live with you guys also probably, let's see, what time is it right now? It won't be today, but I'm just saying, I'll be live with you tomorrow, early afternoon-ish, you know. Yeah. And I'm also secretly trying to set up the technology, everybody, so that I will be able to live stream across several platforms all at once. This channel, Jedi Africa, and Facebook. I think I'm able to add Instagram onto that too, but don't hold me to that one. But I want to be able to be simultaneous on Jedi, this channel, the Jedi, also Jedi Africa, and Facebook. So I'm secretly working on that. Just know that. And that will be another experience for us all here on the channel. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got something educational out of it, and that you now can appreciate, um, you know, these shows in a slightly different light going forward. You know, now Sherry has the show, and so it's the same thing for Sherry. You know, it's like this in any television studio across the earth. You know, and certainly with a live show, these are going to be the exact components you're going to have. That control room is everything. You know, from Oprah to Arsenio to Wendy, it don't matter. Boom, these are the people that make it happen. You know, it is a production, and there's a lot of people that have to be involved to make somebody like Wendy just, you know, they're there to support and make it all look good for us, the viewing audience. And they work very hard, and these people are very, very good at what they do. I can tell you that. They're very good at what they do. Very good. So, God willing, I will see you tomorrow, everybody. Until then, I love you all, and I'll see you soon. This is the Jedi.